on this beautiful Friday afternoon. We have made it. Anyways, should be live. Hold on. Mm, mm, mm. There we go. Alright. Hopefully we don't have issues and or problems. So anyways, let me get set up here. Alright. I guess I'm probably going to be primarily talking to my YouTube audience, since who knows if anyone may even comment or see it, but was just thinking about maybe diving back into an old game I loved. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Darksiders series, but it was like first two games were solid. The other two, I don't think were as good, but they were probably like still okay. But I don't know, because I've definitely had my fun with this, and I think honestly we could use some variety. So maybe tomorrow we start up a Darksiders series. That could be fun. So, I've also played Diablo 4. In case anyone was wondering for my YouTube audience, the reason I went on a hiatus was because I finally got burnt out on Magic the Gathering. I mean, I've been playing it for like a solid 7 years. But, I'm kind of mingling around, at least in Moxfield, the deck building site. You know, here and there. Because it's like all the, there's just so many universes beyond. I know it's great fun and all, but it's like, I feel like I'm kind of seeing like reskins or like recolors or only slightly altered variants of like commanders and stuff, which is like mainly what I played. But I mean, there's like some interesting stuff in there that they're coming out with every now and again. I will give Wizards of the Coast credit for that. I just wish there was like maybe more unique stuff. Because like, for example, there's just a bunch of commander cards that allow you to cast stuff for basically for free. Like the newest, one of the new cycles of dragons from it was like that new Strixhaven set or whatever. I checked out the cycles of dragons. They either allow you to cast more stuff or just do more. They just allow you to do more stuff. Like Silver Quill allows you to copy stuff at the cost of just a simple token. Lorehold allows you to basically cast something for 2 if you top deck it, and you can do that every turn because he allows you to draw and discard or whatever. Witherbloom just gives your instant sorceries affinity for creatures. I mean, I think you kind of get what I'm saying, hopefully. But it's like, yeah. I don't know, maybe they just need to, like, I feel like they should just maybe try and experiment a bit more, because, like, sure, I guess, like, Marvel set added a few new creature types, but I honestly don't think we need, like, more creature types. I think we need to, like, maybe, like, I don't know, look at giving tribal to existing ones, like, more tribal focus. Like, I don't think I've ever seen, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's, like, a horse tribal commander, but, I mean, what do I know? Oh, what else is there not really much of? Weirds, we have never seen, I don't think we've ever seen weird tribal, like, there are, like, the only two I know is, like, spellcast, like, they're, like, the only one I know is, like, spellcaster weird, and I know there's another one. But there's, like, there's literally this creature type that's weird, that's literally what it is. And I don't think there's any sort of, like, tribal dedicated to that, so I think that could be a kind of a cool idea. Or shade, because, like, I've made my own custom card and, like, card creator app, and it was focused around shade tribal, and I think that would be kind of cool too. I don't think servos could probably use more love, maybe, I don't know. Who else? Man. Vampires have got it. I think knights have got tribal too. Humans, non-humans. So, or maybe like mechanics, like mutate. I mean, that was around for like just a little bit, only that brief set, and then now nothing. I feel like it could have been expanded upon like a little bit more, because like if you want to entirely focus mutate deck, like just mutate creatures, I don't think there's enough creatures with mutate. Or maybe mutants. Spider tribal, I think spider tribal could also use a little more love, because it's like it's all right, but I don't know. Then again, I haven't really played much spider tribal, so. But a lot of the good, like, spiders are, like, there's good spiders, yeah, but a lot of them kind of tend to be outside of, like, the normal green-black for spiders. Cause, like, oh, I believe there's, like, there's a red-green that's, like, dragon lair spider or something, and that could, and that's a decent spider, I believe. Although, actually, no, I take that back. We just got, Cosmic Spider-Man, but that's just slapping a whole bunch of keywords onto everything. Like, for example, a kind of an interesting commander is something like Zask, this Skittering Swarmlord, which was like the Guard commander, and it focused on insect tribal, and lands, and what you can do is you can play lands from your graveyard and insect spells, and whenever an insect died, you would I believe you'd put it, it's either you put it on the bottom of your library or you shuffle it in, and then you'd mill 2 cards, and that's honestly kind of cool. Like, that creates kind of an engine, like that kind of, because that is a commander that can lead to wild turns. You know, really, really fun and wild turns. Like, but then you may say, oh, well, then you have, like, something like Ur-Dragon. Ur-Dragon is just, I believe, isn't he just, I mean, sure, it's Woober, it gets all 5 colors, which, first of all, difficult color management. But secondly, slapping all, you do slap all 5. I mean, you can slam a dragon onto the battlefield, and that can lead to some wild turns, but I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to just smash face outright. Don't get me wrong, there are some interesting decks out there for that. Like Winota, which awesome commander. I've homebrewed. Pretty decent. You can, because Winota, you can balance humans and non-humans, but something cool you can do is you can just fill your deck with humans that create non-humans, which in turn will get you more humans. Like, that's something cool. Like, you can, like, a commander that, I guess, like, give me a challenge. Like, I want my creative liberty, I guess, to be challenged a bit, is what I'm trying to say. Don't get me wrong, doing stuff like cascading off of instant sorcery spells with Quandrix is pretty cool. But I don't, is there like any druid tribal? I don't know if there's anything that I can name off the top of my head that's like dedicated to druid tribal. But recently there was a card to the balance scale, and it is in Sultari, and it makes no, not Sultari, Sultai, excuse me. It's in Sultai, so green, blue, black, and he makes zombie druids whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, and he focuses on getting land cards back. So, okay, you could focus on, like, the aspect of getting lands back from your graveyard, but there's a whole lot more to the commander than what you realize. Because you're creating druids, you can break out what's it called? It's like Archdruid. Glintleaf Archdruid, that's the one. Glintleaf Archdruid. And take out, and pretty much in no time you'll have all of someone's lands, or just all of the lands, and your opponents will have nothing, and they'll hate you. But that's something you can do because of the druids you're creating. They're not just zombies, they're druid zombies. Or you can focus on the fact that they're 2/2s, because there's like plenty of stuff that's like, hey, creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked, or creatures with this power do this. Or you get something like forgot what it was, but it was a zombie that allowed you to tap 5 untapped zombies, and you could reanimate a creature from any graveyard. And again, you can do that with Taval because you're creating those zombies. So then you could in turn grab another creature card from your graveyard. It doesn't have to be just lands you're focusing on grabbing from your graveyard. It can also be like grab just any card leaving your graveyard. which, again, that's kind of the cool part. That's where that creative liberty comes in. Like, what part of the text do you want to, like, I guess, focus on or build around? Because with Taval, you've got the choice of building around all zombies. Or you can go a mix of like zombies and landfall, and put in a bunch of land cards from the grave onto the battlefield and getting those zombies, or just go all in on the land play and sacrifice lands to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, Taval is fun in that way because you've got so many options as to what you can do. I would definitely recommend Glinleaf Archery because that would just be so funny to just take everyone's lands. You'll be hated, but it'll be funny. There's also, like, you could go the token route because there's, like, enchantments that say, hey, tokens can tap for mana. So then you could turn those zombie druids you're getting, which I don't know if they come in tapped or not, but regardless, you can turn them into mana. So you could maybe make an X spell deck in that way. You could make like a delve deck. That's like, because with Dragon, the game plan is clear. It's just dragons from your hand and slamming a bunch of dragons with possibly like a whole bunch of lord effects. And I died. You know? It's just like, oh, you slammed a bunch of dragons onto the board and you just won because all dragons have at least, like, most if not all have at least like 5 Baron toughness and can fly, and most people just cannot block flying. I don't know. But it's like, that's kind of the problem. Like, and then there's also stuff that's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like Omnath Locus of All, I feel like you kind of just don't know what to do. Because his gimmick, the text, his ability is so like generally oriented, you kind of don't know what to do. But that's not a bad thing. But there's also like so many, but what triple, I guess, cards with triple mana symbols, like, can you really like assemble any kind of engine with any of those kinds of cards? I mean, you could. I did make like a guide on Omnath Locus of All. It's not to say that you can be creative with it. I just feel like it should be maybe narrowed down a bit. Like, if it was dedicated to elementals, whew, that could be awesome. Or if it was like just a little more narrow. I think, honestly, like, don't make it too broad, don't make it too narrow, I think is what I'm trying to get at. Another, I think a good example of that would be something like Squee and Slimefoot. You can build a deck entirely dedicated to making saplings so you can reanimate Squee and Slimefoot, and something that creates saplings so you can just keep reanimating, or you can just make a goblin reanimator, or like something like you can, Like, you don't have to go entirely sapperling tribal. You just have to have the ability to create the sapperling, and then from there you can just. So what I'm saying is, you could mix in big threats. You could do a big threat style deck where you just flood the board with sapperlings, and then when it comes time, you just pull something out of your grave that just, like, something really scary. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a scary thing. Like, oh, you could pull out like Bladewing, Deathless Tyrant, and suddenly you're creating an army of 2/2 Black Knight creature tokens with Menace. There's another good example. Bladewing, Deathless Tyrant. First of all, I never expected Bladewing to ever get like another card. I was not on my bingo list, but I'm glad that card came out because there are cards dedicated to creatures with menace. There are cards dedicated to zombies or 2/2s, right? So there's a lot of like fun things you can kind of mix in there. Like, you can mix in one of the new cards, J. Jonah Jameson, and that'll give you like a bunch of treasures because those zombies you're creating are 2/2 zombie knights with menace. Or you could focus around the fact that they are knights with the trebuchet that untaps every time a knight enters the battlefield. Like something like that, where you can really like squeeze out a whole bunch of fun out of the very narrow, out of what seems to be narrow text. Both like Omnath, Locus of All, it feels like there's so many ways you can go, you kind of get lost, I guess. And then you just end up creating a deck that's just focused on, like, I don't know, X spells. Like, you could create dragons, sure, but how many dragons are there out there that are going to benefit from Locus of All's gimmick of giving you, I think it was like 3 mana of any color in any combinations, if it was like a card or something you drew and it had 3 or more mana symbols in its cost. Like, okay, I have a lot of options, and in fact I feel like in that case I kind of have maybe too many options. And then there's just cards that just like, oh, hey, you wanna do, I don't know, like, Yarok, and I believe it was, like, some version of Elspeth, not Elspeth, Elishnorn. They both, like, one's white and one's Sultai, both, believe they double up on, ETB effects, which you can go nuts. So it's like, okay, go nuts with the ETB effects. Sure. One of my favorites, kind of for this reason, because it's kind of limited, is, I would say Bladewing, the Risen. That was the original Bladewing. The red-black. And because he was simple. You could play for basically a 4/4 dragon, but then you got a dragon permanent from your graveyard straight onto the battlefield. So what you could do is you could basically make it a toolbox deck where you had a dragon for almost any situation that you could find in red black. You need to kill something, you find a dragon that has haste and can, you know, do something to kill a creature. And if you need to win the game outright, Bladewing can just buff his dragons with his activated ability, which you just have to play pay black and a red for, and all your dragons are getting +1/+1. Like, I'm pretty sure once I think I had like 4 dragons, and I closed out the game by dealing 36 damage in a turn. Like, Bladewing himself, you know, he seems kind of limited, but you could have a lot of fun, I'd say. Because you can have this crazy turn where you reanimate a dragon, and then you can suddenly turn the game around because you may or may not have reanimated the right dragon depending on the situation you're in. Like, if you've got a handful of lands, right, you could, I think its name's Akum Hellkite or something. It was a dragon that did damage whenever land entered the battlefield, and it did more damage if that land was a mountain. So if you were just top decking lands, you could but you had something like that in your graveyard, you could have played Bladewing and started benefiting from your lands because that was your situation that you were in, where you were just drawing straight lands. And there's probably like another dragon out there that's like, hey, your mana's screwed, I can fix that. Like, Bladewing is cool because he's basically turned your graveyard of dragons into a toolbox. And then there's also the fact that you can create copies of him. In fact, what I've seen someone do before is abuse the legendary rule to get infinite ETBs from Bladewing the Risen. What you do is you would basically, they're in standard, they played one Bladewing, and then I think they played like another. The legendary rule kicked in before the ETB effect, so they sent a Bladewing to the graveyard, and then with the new Bladewing's ETB on the stack, they targeted the old Bladewing Risen that just went into the graveyard and brought it back, and you can get infinite ETBs that way, which is pretty cool. So then you have someone like Lathless, the Dragon Queen, and suddenly you'd have infinite 5/5s, and then you could end it off by, when you finally bring back Bladewing, you've like, okay, I have enough dragons. Instead, you use his ETB to target a dragon card in your graveyard to give everyone haste and swing for the win. Like, it's all of that, and on a card that just says, when this enters, return target dragon creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and black and a red dragons you control get +1/+1. Not much text, but still very strong, and you can come up and it can result in unexpected outcomes. But yeah, I wish there was like maybe like more stuff that kind of challenged us to be a little more creative. I think that would definitely be fun. Like, not just a standard, oh, sacrifice and put a billion puzzle counters on everyone, or draw, do all these things, or just artifacts. Like, Mr. House got the dice rolling involved. There was a whole, which is great, because that can bring in Adventures of the Forgotten Realms, which that whole thing was revolved around rolling dice. Like, a lot of it did. And Mr. House, being in Mardu, wants you to basically gamble and roll as many dice as you can to get treasure tokens and free threes. Other than that, if it was just another Marduk commander, it's either artifacts and enchantments or just reanimating creatures or whatnot. Or just smash face and win. That's kind of like why I love the Fallout one was definitely good. Three Dog was very interesting. I've kind of brewed him in Moxfield. So basically, if there is an aura attached to him, and you attack with him and a bunch of other creatures, what happens is you can pay like 2 generic, and then you sacrifice the aura that is currently attached to him, and create a token that's a copy of that aura attached to for each other attacking creature you control attached to those attacking creatures. So what you can do is you can get things like Grim Reaper Sprint for extra combat phases, and you can get like auras that create a bunch of creature tokens, so then you can kind of snowball into creating more and more auras and creating more and more creature tokens. But there's not that many auras that just create creature tokens upon entering the battlefield, so you have to fill in with like other creatures and other stuff. Trying to think of who else was like interesting. Also, I stopped making videos for my YouTube channel because OBS was I don't think it was supported anymore. It's not being supported anymore on Windows 10 or whatever I was using. So if anyone wants Magic the Gathering content to come back, I don't mind, but it might just be shorts for a bit. trying to think of like who else is like a little more on the unique side. But I think I've made my point. But yeah. So, I guess, coming back to my point is, I just want my creativity to be challenged. Don't give me too little, but don't give me too much. Now, going back to what I was originally talking about earlier, YouTube audience, please let me know if you want Magic the Gathering videos to return, or if you want me to keep up with maybe like the content I'm going with right now, which so far has been Brotato, but I'm thinking about doing like dark servers, like I said. So we might see that if no one says anything, or if you guys want it, I'll start that series like tomorrow. If you guys really want Magic the Gathering to return, it might be shorts content for a while, but until I can figure stuff out. But I would not mind, you know, making it again. Oh, and let me know if there's like any other games maybe I should feature on this channel. Who knows? Or should I maybe try and collab with someone? I don't know. I just don't want... I'm just talking a lot more now because I'm going to be putting this video on YouTube. Since I've kind of, you know, left you guys hanging out, I felt a bit bad for the unexpected hiatus. Like I said, it's also just been life, getting a little burnt out, and Magic the Gathering. I'm sure you guys get it. I have been enjoying Brotato, so if y'all want that back, if y'all want me to keep going with this, then I do not mind. I can make it like a guide and stuff. If y'all really want to see Diablo 4 come back, well, or just, I guess I should say, like more, like, Diablo 4 content. Because that's what, I have played that as well. I've also played Dead Island 2. So if you YouTube audience, if you want to play through either of those, just let me know. I don't mind. What else to talk about? I have been playing The Binding of Isaac. Great game, it's also very stressful. So if you guys wanted to see that, I would have to figure out how to maybe like record my screen because I'm on mobile with that game. But we could definitely do that as well. Kind of in the middle of trying to go for Dead God. I'm only missing, I have yet to unlock Tainted Eden, but other than that, I have everyone unlocked. I don't have everyone's respective unlocks or like everything beat or everything done yet. Far from it, but you guys could definitely join me on that journey if you wanted to. I think that could also make for great content. Could be definitely interesting. Also, I guess let me know if we're doing this. If you want content to be edited or not. If you want me to have a channel just for the Twitch VODs or whatever. Be sure to let me know, I guess. Give me suggestions, give me thoughts, you know? But if you want to know what's in store, I'm gonna ban this. Yeah, I'm taking that actually. if you want to know what be in store for you guys regarding like Brotato, so recently there's been nightmare difficulty introduced, and they've also introduced this wounded character. So I'm going to go through every difficulty, I think, with every character, warming up to nightmare, and seeing who can go the furthest in the highest difficulty. So, and I've already done like several runs back when Danger 5 was the highest, which until recently it was. But the leader right now is the Masochist, sitting in Danger 5 at wave 69, which is incredible. I'll also give the YouTube audience kind of a recap, or like overview or something. I don't know. So I picked up this game a while ago because friends were coming over and we wanted something to do besides, you know, COD Zombies. So I kind of suggested this. We played it for a bit. Now I've been playing it because it's one of my new obsessions. But I feel myself today. I was like, you know what? I might want to go back to another game. You know, mix it up so I don't completely burn myself out on this, which is a good idea. But actually. Ooh. I'm gonna recycle this. Yeah. Because I want to get all the uniques cursed. But as I was saying... Yes, the crystal, nice. Piercing can't go above base damage. I'll add it. I'll just try and add it to the thing, the codex. What was I saying? But yeah, so I've just been going through, unlocking all the characters, unlocking all their unlocks. You know, just playing this game. There are 3 profiles, so I could conquer this one by... So the plan would, I guess, would be for Brotato would be conquer nightmare difficulty on all characters, unlock everything in all 3 profiles. Because I've also already 100% this game, but that could be what we could do to go beyond 100%. There's a lot of other games I've played in my past that have been fun. So if you guys want to explore, like, maybe some other stuff that I've played, let me know. Like, again, talking primarily to the YouTube audience. Just throwing these ideas out there. But I think, unless you guys say otherwise, or if, well, if no one says anything, or if people want it, I think the plan is going to be starting a Darksiders series, because I've played Darksiders 2, great game. I haven't really played Darksiders 1 much. Darksiders 3 and Genesis, 3, my dad played once, and then he was just done with it. So I think that game was kind of okay, but and then Genesis, I think he didn't even play. Like, I didn't even play at all. I didn't even play 3 or Genesis, which is Darksiders 4. But yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm just trying to like think of ideas for you guys, and finally I get to see this combination. So the crystal, 9% attack speed, 3% attack speed every 1 second until the end of the wave. Bonus is lost when taking damage. Doesn't matter because if we take damage, we die. So that's actually pretty good. Same thing. This gets increased damage until the end of the wave, and the bonus resets when taking damage. So these two are really gonna go together. I can't believe I just bought those when it was uncursed, but that's fine. Curse. Ooh, bandana. Strange book. Yep. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is nice. And as these waves get longer and longer, we're going to be getting more attack speed and more damage. What I'm trying to say is we're going to be destroying. We're kind of going to be cruising. Also want to try and get as far as I can to get as much, you know, practice in with this wounded character, and probably going to do the same with all the other characters. If we continue, that is. Recycle that. So I think now I think I'm going to start building up crit chance. There we go. Piercing, plus 25% piercing damage. Can't go above base damage. That's fine. I'll just see how that goes. Meh. Ugly tooth. Minus 3% attack speed for every different weapon you have. Minus 3. Meh. Oh shoot, we're at wave 20 already. Yeah, crystal plus railgun on the wooden character. Pretty broken. I'm also gonna have to figure out how to, I guess, download videos from Twitch and then upload them to YouTube. I'll probably figure it out tonight. Yeah, my YouTube audience. It's just been vibes, really. You haven't missed too much. And anyone watching on Twitch, if you want to, I encourage you to check out the YouTube channel. If you're interested in Magic the Gathering. Ooh, bag, nice. Sure. But yeah, like I said, or I guess what I'm trying to say is, let me know what y'all want. Really, that's just it. Just simple. Ooh, cursed railgun, nice. This is just of no use. I don't know why this is even here, because shop items and crates are cleared of items focusing on max HP, HP regen, percent lifesteal, and armor. This is only giving me HP regen in exchange for taking away attack speed, so why is this not cleared? Makes no sense. This should also be cleared out because it's just taking away from me and not giving anything back. Oh, I was wondering what that was. Recycle that. Take. Recycle. I'm gonna recycle that. I'm recycling uniques because I want them cursed. Oh, I skipped past crit chance. There we go. Pierce through 2 additional targets. Nice. Nope. Not taking fruit basket. That should also be banned because that's focused around healing and consumables, and I don't really do that. Ooh, Gobbler's hat. I'm gonna need that cursed. And I'll take Tyler, sure. I'm just, like I said, I'm just saying stuff. I don't want it to get boring. Or if you guys just want vibes and just, I guess, tell me to keep quiet. I don't know. Like, keep it casual. Just, if there's no one to talk to, I guess there's no one to talk to or nothing to talk about. Took that, recycle that. Crit chance up. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna curse every pearl I can. Cycle. I'll take it because it's cursed. This is pointless. Recycle because it's not cursed. $56, nice. Plus 2% damage for every permanent 10 luck you have. Yep. 4 additional loot aliens is nuts. Now, mind you, I can't go. Oh, so then I was say, I'm gonna put my foot down if a game is like rather expensive or it takes up space. Because I'm playing on, you know, family consoles, so. Whoo! Hourglass? Hourglass is crazy, dude. Sure, let's do it. I don't know, Silver Tea I think is risky. There's improved tools. This will give us, I think this will be a great choice because this will give us more time to prepare. And build up a bunch of materials. It'll allow us to scale up with candy bag, of course. Recycle again. Forgive me for the background noise. Crit chance. Crit chance. Oh, that's good. Whole shop got cursed. Nice. Wandering bot. Ooh. Sure, I'll curse that. Why not? Ban this. There we go. Yeah, curse all that. Woo! Recycle that. Let's see, crit chance is like 70 something. $80. Crit chance is 91. Woo! Nice curses. Curse that. I'll curse that as well. I think Sunken Bell is honestly useless. I mean, I'll just take it for the curse. Why not? Why not have it? That way, when I die, just everyone goes with me. Now, something I don't know is does the hourglass also, because it turns back the wave, does it bring the aliens, like, their scaling back to that wave count, or does that allow them to scale more? Now you may think it may not do something like that, but games these days can do like funny things. I mean, this is just bad. think I could use some range. What's my crit chance? My crit chance is 170. I'll get some range. You know what? I'll focus on range and luck. Tardigrade, yes, this is good. Ooh, ashes, cursed. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. Plus 2 hit. Okay, so this is gonna be 2 additional hits we can take. Nice. Scapegoat is amazing. Sure, I'll get all the uniques. Why not? And then I'll get a lot more trees to spawn. Recycle that. Let me see. Okay, I have enough range, I think. So I think I'll just focus on luck and attack speed. Maybe luck and range damage. Or engineering. Ooh, nail. Alright, yeah. So then, yep. Ooh, potato, goldfish. I'm not taking that one. Alright. Ooh, oh, curse that. Nice. This is just bad. Curse. Nice. That's just bad. Yeah, we just got a second crystal, so now our attack speed is gonna go berserk. Doesn't matter really, so. I'll recycle that. $76, nice. Luck. Every ranged weapon's second projectile has +3 projectiles. Nice, nice, nice. Yep, picking all that up. let's see here. Sorry, I had to go on mute. I think my brother might have been playing something copyrighted. I don't know. Hold up. Weapons and pet damage additionally scales with 33% engineering. What's scaling this? I don't know. But it's nice. Dude. Holy attack speed. 754. Not bad. Max HP don't matter to me. Sure, I'll have it cursed. Why not? Nice. Do I have frozen heart? Come on. Luck. I think I'm just gonna, do this. This just doesn't matter. Ooh. Power generator. Yeah, that'll be great, actually. Yeah. How are y'all doing today? I myself have been doing good. Sure, might as well. Another crystal. Oh, dude. +2 engineering. Yeah, I'm going to want more elemental. Rip and tear. Padding. Nice. I know it's not doing me any good, but might as well have the uniques. You know, we're just getting them all. I don't know about the mouse. I think I actually, yeah, I banned that. Stuff is just getting blasted into oblivion. I love it. Your eyes for no. In fact, I should have banned that. Oh my goodness. It's just a stream. Sure. Yeah, why not? Now, mind you, this is only Danger 1 and in the crash zone, so... But still, this is pretty good. curse that. Let's get that cursed. Nice. I'll take it for the curse. This can go. Curse. Ooh, lucky coin. Nice. And barnacle. Sure, and the fried rice. We'll throw that in there. Plus 4 luck for every 1% crit chance you have. Yes, please. And then 68% stats gained from level upgrades. Plus 2 curse when you level up. Yes, please. Fried rice. Yep. Yeah. Ooh, nice. There we go. recycle. I'll take that. Recycle. Recycle that, I'd say. Now, as y'all can see, stuff is starting to get crazy expensive. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. If you don't understand what's going on the screen, that's alright, I don't blame you. Why not? Yeah, I'll ban that. I think I want the material. Definitely want. Oh. That is now... So 1, so 2, 2... What's that, like 7 of them? That's crazy. Yeah, 7 hits I get for free. Dude, and this is all because of the fake hook, by the way. Because those cursed items and weapons are way stronger than their normal variants. And yes, the enemies do get cursed and they become stronger too, but they also drop more money. Or material, I guess I should say. I like my potatoes cursed. Yeah, sure. Ooh. I think I get 2 will-o-wisps. Maybe. Hold up. Do I have... No, I don't have Frozen Heart yet. That's good. Recycle, 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 recycle. Take, recycle. Take for the curse, take for the curse. Destroyer. Ooh, nice. Good, good. Holy, these enemies are fast. goodness, I can't even, I almost can't tell what's going on. Stuff is actually, starting to live. Holy, and to think we're gonna continue. So now, let's see, get that. Ooh, ricochet, good. Right. Well, it's been great. It's been fun. I will see you all later in the evening tomorrow. I'll see if I can get this uploaded to YouTube. But yeah, guys. Like I said earlier, just let's figure out, I guess, what I want to do. If y'all don't say anything, or if you want it, I think I'm gonna start Darksiders series tomorrow. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. Until then, take care, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.